A very good evening to all of you. This is Shivam Shukla, and here I am to teach you the concept of sectional cutting plane on the topic of section of solids. Now, what is a sectional cutting plane? A 2D plane which is used for sectioning or cutting a solid so that the inner details can be viewed clearly is known as a sectional or cutting plane. Now, why this sectional or cutting plane is required? Suppose if we see any machinery or any detailed component, if the inner details are to be seen, we can just cut a particular part and we can see the inner details. That's why this particular sectional cutting plane is required. Now, there are total 5 types of the cutting planes. Let's see what are those. In short, horizontal cutting plane, vertical cutting plane, auxiliary inclined plane, auxiliary vertical plane, and section plane perpendicular to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. Now, one by one, let's see in detail what are these types of planes. Horizontal cutting plane or section plane, which is also known as a vertical trace. Now, as you can see friends, a plane which is parallel to horizontal plane and perpendicular to vertical plane is known as a horizontal cutting or sectional plane. Since this plane from the direction of vision of the observer is seen as a line in front view, as you can see it over here as a line in front view, it is also called as a vertical trace since it is projected as a line in front view. That's why it is known as a vertical trace which is projected on vertical plane. Now, whenever an object is cut by using this plane, we get a sectional top view. We get a sectional top view in this case. Now, what is the second type of plane? Vertical section plane. That is also called as a horizontal trace. A plane which is parallel to the vertical plane and perpendicular to the horizontal plane is known as a vertical cutting or section plane. Now, since this plane from the direction of vision of the observer, if we see, the observer will be looking from it from the top, so it will be seen as a line in the top view. So now, whenever an object is cut by using this particular plane, we get the sectional front view. Again, you can see that it comes as a line in the top view. Again, since the line is projected in the top view, it is on the horizontal plane, it is also called as horizontal trace. Now let's go to the third type of line, which is called third type of plane, which is called as an auxiliary inclined plane. In short, AIP. An auxiliary inclined plane is a cutting sectional plane which is inclined to the horizontal plane and perpendicular to the vertical plane. It is also seen as an inclined line on the front view and also known as the horizontal and also known as the vertical trace. As you can see, it's over here. Now, when a solid is cut by this plane, we get a sectional top view and a sectional side view. Now let us go to the next part of the plane, which is called as an auxiliary vertical plane. Auxiliary vertical plane is a plane which makes an angle with the vertical plane and it is perpendicular to the horizontal plane. Now, whenever a solid is cut by using this particular plane, we get a sectional front view as well as a sectional side view. So last but not the least friends, let's see a section plane which is perpendicular to both the reference planes, that is HP and VP. A section which we can see like this. Whenever we see this type of plane, it is seen as a line in both the planes, in both the views. That is, in front view it is seen as a line, in top view it is seen as a line. Only in this particular case, when a solid is cut by this particular plane, we get the only sectional side view. Now, further going to it friends, let's see some typical section planes and typical shapes of the sections. These all four are the cases of a cone. When a section plane passes through the apex, that is basically an AIP, we get the true shape of the section surface as a triangle. When an AIP it passes through the end generators, we get an ellipse as a true shape in that case. When a section plane it passes parallel to the end generators, we get a parabola in that case. When a section plane passes parallel to the axis, we get an hyperbola in that case. Next, friends, whenever a section plane, that is an AIP again, passes through the generators of the cylinder, we get an ellipse again. Whenever the section plane passes through all the slant edges of a square pyramid, we get a trapezium. So friends, this was all about the cutting section plane and whatever the true shapes of the sections that we get from it. Please do like, subscribe, and please do share the channel. Thank you.